Okay, so there's a few different ways I can draw it. I could just start drawing over here if I want, but I'm going to copy some of the line work that I already have so that I don't have to recreate it. So I'm going to hit copy, which is CO, I think. And I'm going to take this, the hatching, the curb, and I'm just going to copy it over here. And I want the wall going up, so I'm going to actually rotate it here. I'm going to use rotate, it's going to ask me the base point, and then it's going to ask me how to rotate it. Actually, I think I'm going to delete this hatch. So essentially what I have now, I'm going to move this over a little bit, is I have my wall and I have my curb. It's an 8-inch wall, and now I can draw my footing in. So I'm going to draw, I know so this is 8 inches, and I know my footing is 24 inches. So I'm going to use offset to, I'm going to use my offset tool to define the outer edges of the footing. So I hit offset here in my command line. Offset is going to ask me how much, 8 inches. Yes, I'm going to take this. So there's my footing. So now I'm going to use my rectangle here and draw my footing in. And you can see here on the left-hand side, it's giving me dimensions, and I want it to be 12 inches thick. So I can just drag it down to that 12 inches thick and put it in there. And then I can use my trim command here. And actually, let me just move this over so it's, actually I could use my stretch command to make it the right size. ST, oops, STR maybe? Yeah, there we go. And I can take this, select it here, and that way I can go straight to here. Okay, so I can use my trim command now and trim these lines off. I don't want them to go there. And actually, I'm going to erase these lines. I was just using them for my footing itself. So E, erase, and I'm going to erase there. Erase this guy too. All right, so now I have my footing, which I can dimension using DIM. Whoops. I can dimension it using DIM. I want to put this on the side here. So it's 1 foot, and I want to dimension this as well. And I can come back in. It's actually a little bit too big. So I'll have to fix that. All right, so I have my footing, and let's go ahead and get that onto the correct layer. So I'm going to select it. Go to layers, and I'm going to put it on footing. And then my wall's on the right layer. I want to delete this. I just selected it and then hit delete. So I want to draw my slab in as well. And so if I can draw a couple lines in here. So this is the slab on grade. I can use my offset key. I think I'm going to make my slab on grade 6 inches. And I'm going to use my trim to get rid of the curve, because the curve only occurs, it's a 6-inch tall curve. So again, I can use offset and bring that up. So here I can use fillet. So there's my concrete curb. And I can see here I have some messiness that I need to clean up. I can use my trim command here and trim those. TR. Clean that up a little bit. There. All right. So I have my slab, I have my curb, I have my wall, I have my footing, and I do want my footing to be down below frost. So I think I'm going to want the top of my footing, bottom of my footing to be 3 feet below frost. So I'm going to use offset to offset the top 2 feet, top of this footing. And then I can use my move command and move my slab down. And then I can click on this and hit delete. So I have my slab, I have my curb, I have my footing, and I have my wall. Okay, so we have some of it drawn in. Let's go over to S2 and let's just see how this is going to fit on our paper. So I am going to get out of paper, go into model space, unlock, press the top key for my hand, and move over till I find my detail. Now this is my detail at a quarter scale, but I want it to be bigger so you're able to read it. So I might want it to go to a 1/2 inch scale. Maybe even 3/4. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, I think I want to use 3/4. So, and again, I'm just pressing on the top of my mouse. It gives me the hand, and then I can move it around. So I'm at a 3/4. I want my section view to be bigger because I'm going to be putting reinforcing in it and notes, and I want it to show up bigger. So once I get it to where I want it to be, I'm going to hit this lock. Then I can go back to paper space. And if you don't hit that lock and you're in model space, anytime you are panning in and out, it's actually going to change that scale. So I want it to be 3/4, and it will also even change where it's located. I want it to be there because I want to put a title on this. And I'm going to go back to paper space. So I want to put a title on this, and then I need to fix the text so that you can see it and it shows up. So let's go back to model space. And I'm going to put, similar to here, I want to have a title. So I'm going to go to Insert and a Drawing Title. Now it's asking me right now what scale I want that to be at. And I want it to match the scale that's in my paper space. So I hit 3/4 and hit OK. And so then I'm going to put that title right here, and I can name it. This is a section view. I'm all in caps. Section view. I could even say foundation section. And that is 3/4 of an inch equals 1'0". Okay. And I'm going to center it. I'm going to use move to actually center it over here. And perhaps I want this line to extend over here. I'll save. Then when I go back here, you can see that that's showing up, although it's gray. So it tells me I have some graphical issues that I need to fix. And it's also a little bit low. So let me go back to model and move this up a little bit. Nice. Okay. And it's probably in the wrong layer. So let's click on that and go to Home. We can see what layer it's on. It's under Concrete Miscellaneous. And I actually want it to be under Title. So when I go back to S2, you can see it's showing up better now. But I do, in the next video, I'm going to come back and finish up the detail and adjust the scale of my dimensions because you can't see them. Hatching, here's my slab. I'm going to add some grade to show the soil on the outside and some grade here.